and welcome to a new Let's Play. I'm here, Crystal Graves, and I'm joined here with Thor.
Hello.
And as you can see, we're going to be tackling Deus Ex Revision, version 1.4.2. And we're going to be doing more specifically the Shifter mod, which is the version 1.9.1. Which I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but apparently there's like 3 different modes that you can play Revision of the Deus Ex 1 version, which is a mod within a mod. So mine,
nothing wrong with options.
Yeah, mine officially blown. Here with my cup of tea.
It's like a game within a game. If you want to be Bart Simpson.
Not really, but okay. Well,
right.
So yeah, this wasn't actually my choice of Let's Plays that I wanted to do on my channel yet, because I've still got to render all the footage of Blood Omen 2. In fact, by the time I actually start uploading this game, I'll have already done all the parts of Blood Omen 2 at least, so you know, there's that at least. But essentially, the original game that I wanted to try and do as the next Let's Play was Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, which I mentioned previously on one of my other Let's Plays. It may have been Blood Omen as well. But for some reason, Discord really plays up with the screen sharing aspect, especially for Thor. It works on my end, it's just he has a crap Discord, so...
Yeah. Oi. It's like... Yeah, if you've got epilepsy, you're dead.
Yeah.
It was seizure inducing, and I couldn't stomach. I'd feel sick watching that. It's unwatchable.
Yeah, and because, you know, I've got to be ethically moral to Thor's problems with epilepsy. I suppose it wouldn't be I suppose it wouldn't be right for me to play the game with him and try and cause him a seizure, even though it would be fun. But you know.
Yeah. Speak for yourself.
Who knows?
Thank you, doctor, for diagnosing my epilepsy.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Why would you think of that?
I don't know. I'm sorry. But anyway, enough talking about. So basically, we're going to start a new game. Going to go on story mode because the other versions, survival and challenges. I don't exactly know what they offer. But oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We're not going to do those yet because we're going to do the training mode. Because I actually completely keep forgetting to do that, and the training is actually part and parcel of the story mode as well. It's actually incorporated in it. They just, for some reason, don't let. They don't let on, really. When you do the training,
isn't it?
Yeah, that when you do the training, part of the training is actually getting introduced to canon characters in the story. So it is actually quite important, and we're going to do this as the first thing, because most people I know that do these Let's Plays, they keep forgetting about this. Thinking, oh, it's just a tutorial, they just shows you the mechanics. But no, in fact, it's actually quite key to the story.
You might expect to see the tutorial after you click new game. Or something like that, so then you'd get more of an idea if it ties into anything, but...
Yeah, exactly. Oftentimes, that's the point. Oftentimes, when you see a tutorial like being incorporated in a game, it's usually incorporated within the story or the progression of the game. Kind of like how Jack and Dexter did their tutorial thing on their island.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's a separate... Yeah, but it's on a separate... well, it's just on a separate option now that you get it, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to go through every aspect of the story-driven part of this game. And as you can tell, we've both played Deus Ex. I've played Deus Ex, God knows how many times, a religious amount of times. And so has Thor, but he's never played Revision.
No.
So, I don't even think you've seen Revision, have you?
Oh, I've seen bits of it.
Alright, we've seen bits of it.
Bits of it.
Fine. So we're going to play the intro.
Not the naughty bits, though. Anyway, carry on. Nothing. Just play the intro. I made a crap joke.
Okay. Well, let's play the intro then.
Yeah.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable.
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. Necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
So yeah, that was the intro. I don't think really this game needs that much introduction with what the hell's going on there, but because this game is quite old now, I'm pretty sure most people who may watch this Let's Play will probably already know about what the hell, what the plot is for Deus Ex anyway. So there's no point getting into it. This is just the updated, upscaled version of what Deus Ex looks like now. And we're gonna get a taste of what this mod can do and what it's in store for.
Yeah.
So, actually, that was it was so weird. It was like my several attempts of trying to get that intro to work, because for some reason, half the time they wouldn't talk, or the music was just way too loud. But let me just double check the.
I spill my drink.
Yeah, the speech volume's at max. So, right. So we're gonna jump in the training, and yeah, let's do this. Training has not been upgraded as part of the Deus Ex revision. It is recommended for first-time players only. Are you sure? Are you still sure you want it? Yeah, it's fine. Sorry again for the text if it's very small for you to read. This is sort of like a 4K monitor, so yeah.
I figured you'd be sick of drills by now. Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing at the academy.
So that guy talking to us is Jaime Reyes. He's the Chief Medical Officer for UNATCO. But most of you should already know that by now, so let's just go for it.
Open the door by clicking the right mouse button. The right button uses items in the world. The key on the desk opens encryption-based nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed to the next area.
Anyone for epilepsy? Yeah, so these things are really cool. The nano key. So basically, this thing here is a nano... What is it called? A nano and then a ring or a key ring. And you automatically pick it up, and then it's added to this keyring thing, which will just automatically open any door that's corresponding to that key, and it will stay in your keyring throughout the game. And so that's Jaime Reyes there, and this is, well, the mystery man who we saw in the intro of the game. Who will he be? I'm still treating this like it's like people who haven't watched this game or who's never heard of Deus Ex before. It's
Yeah, speaking of not watching the game or seeing the game,
what?
Discord's decided to fucking give me an endless loading screen. I can't see what's going on. I can hear it, but I can't fucking see it. It's just like you know, those two squares that circle each other.
I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Just sorting out the footage for Thor, because again, I'm using the same format as I did with Blood Omen 2, just sort of streaming it through Discord. So yeah. Yeah, the Mystery Man and Jaime Reyes. That's what I left off as.
You're going to get a lot of equipment during these exercises. Press F1 at any time to access the inventory screen, which will let you add and remove items from the tool belt. Press F2 to view your current goals and any notes you may decide to take. On a typical mission, a UNATCO agent's objectives are logged electronically so that he can stay on task at all times.
Yeah.
Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them's indestructible, but the others contain things you might find useful.
Damn, you moved around the here fast. Maybe there's more than one sprite of him.
He's got his speed shoes on.
He suddenly hides.
He's got those augmented legs.
You cannot pick up a combat knife. You cannot pick... Oh yeah, because here's another thing. Here's another feature of the Deus Ex revision. It'll actually... You can actually automatically refuse items that you will potentially not use in the game. And here you can have a list of all items in the game that you want to select of a true or false integer, I guess. Well, not integer, it's more of a confirmation to establish whether or not you are allowing that item to be stored into your inventory or even be allowed to use it. But because obviously, just I want to mention this now, this will be a complete non-lethal walkthrough. Well, walkthrough / let's play. Yep. So the reason that these items, the crowbar and the knife, is selected as false is because obviously I don't plan to use them because they're lethal. Which I cannot for the life of me find where it is now. Is it under crowbars? Nope. It's not a consumable, not low tech. Alright, batons, crowbars, oh yeah, it's there. Don't know why. Yeah, again, you're not the only one who could barely see this, I could barely see it as well.
It's very small and it's blurry, so I've got double handicap there.
Yeah.
Coming through the old Discord.
Now pick up the lockpick and use it to open the door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources of modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher skill levels, you won't need as much time or lockpick resources to pick a lock.
Yeah, so this is pretty much all of how to access the inventory. And that's basically what he was talking about. You can use the F1 to access the inventory or the tab button. I'm going to use the tab button, but look how nice and shiny the lockpicks look now. Much more nicer.
Doors have two strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage a door takes before being destroyed.
Ugh.
The lock strength tells you how many
Yeah, we get
lockpicks
it.
will be required to pick the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength and an infinite lock strength. That means you have to find a key.
Yeah.
Super lock.
They really are holding your hand with this now that, you know, the game's sort of 20 years old or something like that. You can actually unlock more skills to better suit your lockpicking skill, which I think is under lockpicking there, and electronics, which is what we're going to be mostly focusing on during the Let's Play.
The code to the door has been stored in that data cube. Right-click on the data cube to read the contents, then type the code into the keypad. You activate the keypad with the right mouse button, just like you activate a data cube or any object in the world.
Yep, done it. Oh, this is someone else.
Use the disposable multi-tools on the table to hack the keypad up ahead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses for the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need less time and multi-tool resources to hack a given device.
Destroyed.
Take that, literature.
Almost done, but one quick note. Yeah, it's just basically telling us how to use this. I'm not going to go through with this all stuff. If you want to read it, you're more than welcome to, but there really is not
Just
much.
pause the screen and read. Well, pause the video, not pause the screen. I'm
okay.
fucking retard.
I don't think it was meant to do that, but alright.
Well, it did
I'm here to
it.
Pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Oh, you're just going to jack all my stuff then? Thank you. Great.
He's going to teleport it away from you.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the medical table so that one of my aides can revive him once the exercise is over.
Going a bit far for playing dead, isn't it? You just tell him to lie
Good
down.
work. I'll get someone down there immediately to revive Private Winslow. Move on to the next area.
Gotta say, I love these screens as well. Very neon.
Well, that's what they're like in general, isn't it?
Well, they weren't
all
like
the-
this in
all
the
these-
original vanilla game.
You can bet
No,
this
but
won't
just
be
like
the
in
last
real
time we
life,
send
you
you
get
into a
screens like
dark
that.
room. Turn on your light augmentation and find the exit on the other side. Just press F12 by default.
Yeah, so this is pretty much part of my niche as a augmented agent. I'm basically what that means is I'm part robot, so I have sort of
You're a cyborg, basically. That's
Yeah,
what it means. A
cyborg.
super enhanced cyborg. It's like the $1 Million Man or something like that.
Yeah, essentially. But I can't use my augments forever. As you can see, I've used a bit of my bioelectrical energy, and that depletes depending on what augmentation you use. With the strength of the augmentation, usually depletes much faster. But because it was a torch, it doesn't deplete that fast, even though it still depletes it. So yeah.
It would be annoying if it depleted it fast.
You're not a mech, but you're enough of a machine to need repair bots now and then. If you used up some bioelectric energy getting through the dark area, for example.
Yeah, so Jaime's just going to
this
explain
contraption
exactly what
can
I just
charge
said
you back up.
in better form.
As robots help you.
Congratulations, you completed phase 1.
Charge.
Move over the ramp into the next rooms to begin learning movement skills. We'll be watching you through the cameras, like the one you can see up in the corner. In the field, remember that terrorists sometimes use cameras like this in their security grids to set off alarms and alert guards to your location.
Yep.
You're alright, Sting.
Crap.
Jump across the platforms. You'll have to crouch to get
What a
under those
noob
pipes.
move of me.
If you fall, use the stairs to begin again.
Well, and you can
I
do
know.
it. You,
Shut up.
just like the $1 Million Man.
You need to go
Told you.
through the door up ahead,
Still haven't seen
but
that
it's
movie.
blocked. Those wooden crates are too big to
TV
jump and too
series.
heavy to lift, so use the metal crates near the wall to build steps. To pick up a crate, walk up to it so that it highlights, then click the right mouse button. To drop something you're holding, you can press the tab key by default.
Who can you now?
Probably. I don't think I was meant to go all the way up here, but yeah, whatever.
It looks like it looks like a setup for a secret, doesn't it?
Now, go up the ladder at the other end of the room. By default, you look up and use the arrow keys to climb.
See,
Why-
if this was in real life, there would not be a training room dedicated to a ladder. But because it's a video game, it has to teach you the
It
controls.
definitely does.
It
Although,
it's
to be
a
fair,
bit unrealistic.
to be fair, the ladders mechanics in this game have not exactly aged well, because as you can see, you can slide off the ladders very easily, and imagine the ladders being up a very high elevation. You can die very easily from falling damage. This game does not hold anything back when it comes to falling. It's very brutal.
We get some complaints about this swimming obstacle because the water's contaminated. Recruits forget to grab the hazmat suit and end up in my office. Not pretty. Or they forget that they have to put the suit on by selecting it and pressing the left mouse button. Remember that the hazmat is disposable. You can wear it only once, and it operates only for a fixed duration. Use the
If
ramp
you
on
had-
the other side of the room to climb out.
If you ever had to say that to somebody, you'd figure out you were in a video game.
I know, break the fourth wall much. Although this is kind of what this game is trying to do now, considering that the part of this is reminding you that it's a video game. But everything
I
else
know, but
after this, it doesn't.
I know, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's like it's real life. But it's
These
just
medical
funny the
books,
way he
normally
has to
used for
describe
healing,
things like that.
are of particular interest to you, JC, because you need a bot's help to install new augmentations. If you took any damage during the swim, now's a good time to get patched up.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
Who said I was
God.
treating?
These guys have like so many repeated lines.
You aren't done
They only
yet.
say like 4 things.
Shut up. Dude, you got attitude. Alright.
A dude with a tude.
Welcome to the combat training area. I am Günther Hermann, and I will be monitoring your progress here. We will start with weapon familiarization.
Cool.
Okay. For one, he didn't actually get rid of my hazmat suit, so I'll just do that myself. And probably the most stereotypical German voice ever, which actually isn't voiced by a German. Just saying.
They never are.
But I think that's what I like most about it. It's just the overemphasis on the voice acting is pretty cool.
It's a bit like a
First
hello, hello.
exercise will be to learn a little about aiming and targeting. Step up to the shooting range to the west.
Ja, Kommandant.
The targets are released by using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and take a few shots with one of the pistols until it is destroyed. Notice the targeting reticle appears when you aim at a target.
Okay, then let me... Oh, for God's sake. Again, another item that I've refused to want to pick up. Yeah. Where is it? Now the funny thing is, after this, I'm not actually going to be using this. I'm going to be throwing this away.
Doesn't it get taken off you anyway?
Probably, but I'm still going to enforce the item refusal thing, just because it's not
Well,
going to
yeah.
be...
Good. If you hold your aim for a few seconds before firing, you will notice the reticle starts out wide and tightens as you hold. The longer you aim as a target without moving, the greater your accuracy will become. Release the second target and aim before shooting this time.
Second button.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Good work. Now proceed to the next area.
Do I need the weapon? You
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
I'll bend over and get it then.
Tricked you.
This is a rifle range. Here, you will learn one of the ways skill level makes a difference in your accuracy. Step up to the shooting range.
My God.
The targets are released using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and destroy it with the rifle. Use the rifle scope by pressing the left bracket key to turn the scope on.
Okay, it's not actually the left bracket key.
If you change the controls.
No, it's just item refusal again.
Ah, right.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna...
In my case, it would be because I've changed all the fucking controls.
Sniper rifles.
Sniper rifle. So if you're using like non-lethal things, how are you taking down like robots?
Hmm. That'll be
Ne-
something I will show you during the game.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Now we are going to raise your skill with rifles to master level. Release the second target and destroy it.
You're gonna release my...
Yeah, the button's free.
Oh, I see. So he's automatically put me to master. Master,
You
an
are
agent
now
can
the
take down
master of the universe.
a target from a mile away.
That's a bit far, isn't it?
Good work. As you can see, higher skills give you better range, accuracy, and effectiveness. Proceed to the next area when you are ready.
I'll
Yeah,
just magically give you skill.
which I'm pretty sure he's just taken away from... Oh, not yet.
Yeah.
He will do.
No.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did he get rid of it? No, it's still
Yeah,
here.
got rid of. Huh? Maybe it resets on.
It was
on,
just essentially
Mango.
all he was doing was just essentially showing that the accuracy was a little bit better, but most importantly, the recoil was essentially all gone.
Yeah.
But again, we
Better
don't need to worry about that because we're not doing anything lethal. Sorry if you...
This is the demolitions training area. First you will learn to use the lamb as a proximity mine. Approach the bay window and you will see a lamb placed on the target board on the black and red wall.
Okay.
Not sure you wanna.
Press the first button next to the window and a security bot will be released. Watch as he nears the lamb. Lambs placed on the
It takes a
walls
while
are
to open up
proximity
the
triggered.
window. The switch rather. Yeah, there we go.
This time you will place your own lamb. Take a lamb from the munitions bay and proceed to the red and black wall below.
Does that count as non-lethal then?
No,
So I
not...
didn't see you switch that off.
No, obviously I did, but...
Oh, you did.
Laws can be used for other things. Exploding
Lambs.
walls.
Yes, they can be, but
I'm actually gonna do a quick save here. Because I don't know what would happen if I was to try and blow that up.
Get as close to the wall
you'd
as possible when
probably
you place the
fuck it
lamb.
up.
If you aren't close enough, the lamb will fall to the ground and detonate. Very good, Agent Tenton. You may proceed to the next area for more demolitions training.
That wasn't really what you asked me to do, but you
I
was just
never would have thought to do that.
I just wanted to see what
Always-
would happen.
Yeah.
Get as close to the wall
Always
as
play it
possible when
legit.
you place the lamb. If you aren't close enough, the lamb will fall to the ground and detonate.
Detonate. Alright, now I've done it. Now notice how he actually deducted points whenever I did that. That's what this game will do.
I can't see anything about
Yeah, it
points.
just gave me 10 points deducted.
Very good, Agent Tenton. You may proceed to the next area for more demolitions training.
The interface
I
is so
wonder-
small. I have no fucking clue where that is. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you know the skill points in
Yeah.
this one? Right. This game, on this mod version, there's no point me explaining it now, but you will, like, you can actually get additional skill points from doing other things in the game, as opposed to not just, you know, exploring areas, or, you know, going to the next chapter. You can actually get other points as well.
You'll need a few extra lamps for the demolitions area. Here, catch.
I've pretty much got all the lamps I can get, but alright. I'm not going to explain now, just...
Next, you will need to breach the
I know,
doors
because I
in
just
the
didn't
hallway.
see where it had the skill point
Throw
listed.
a
that's
lamb
all.
down to the end of the hall. Once it blows, proceed down the corridor. Notice how the
Whoa,
wooden
Christ.
door was destroyed and the metal and
Following
barn
you
doors
back out.
remained. Remember this for future reference.
Yep.
Beyond the destroyed door, you can see a damaged piece of wall you can also breach with a lamp. Try that now.
I just did that.
Excellent. Notice that the wall is opened. Look for other weakened
Oh my
walls
God.
such as this.
This game
Your
can't
lamp
keep up with
and
me.
other explosives will allow you to breach them. Continue through that breach and on to the next section.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God.
The area beyond the door is the grenade defusing facility. Here you will learn how to remove planted explosive devices.
Then let me do it. Christ.
Excelente.
At each of the corners of this area, you will find a lamp planted on the wall. You must disarm and remove all 4 lamps before you can proceed to the next section of training. You will need to move up to the lamp quickly and to defuse it by right-clicking. A second right-click will remove the lamp from the wall.
Yeah, the thing is, you need to get good explosive training in this in order to have the lamps not explode as quick as they can. Because this is actually a bit of a bitch that we're going to experience. I guarantee you, at some point in the game, I'm going to forget that there's a lamb near me, and it will explode before I have a chance to disarm it. And they are one-hit kills, just FYI.
You have to pick it up.
I don't wanna.
Well, you gotta.
There.
A word of warning, Agent Denton. This was a simulated experience. Real lamps will not be so forgiving. You may proceed to the next area.
Yeah, he's not kidding about that. No matter what difficulty you play this game on, if you refuse to defuse a lamb in time, it will kill you in one hit.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Of course.
Stealth.
Covert.
Yeah, I remember hating this bit.
Quietly and conceal yourself so that you will be able to avoid a confrontation altogether.
It's unlike you.
So that's Anna Navarra. Yeah, this is totally what I'm in for.
The test is simple. Get to the far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he will sound an alarm and lock the door.
What?
Yeah, I always hated this bit.
What is it?
Stealth bit in it.
Stealth.
Go downstairs. You
Okay.
gotta get to the door without being seen.
Yeah, most people don't get stealth. I personally love stealth. I really like it.
Stealth can fucking ass.
Remember,
Stealth
don't
can
let
be
the guards
quite good,
see you.
but
Use the crates for cover
Contact,
and crouch
I have
when
visual.
you move.
in this particular instance of it, I never got along with it.
Okay, let's save it.
You didn't fail that, okay?
No.
I thought we'd seen you.
I know. That's the thing with this. This is the stealth mechanics in this game, I'm afraid.
It's about 3 or 4 of them guards.
You can sort of like cheese it by them looking in your direction, and if they notice you, they won't outright spot you. They will just look at you and think, "What's that?"
Hey,
yeah, it's like
who's
they
there?
don't quite see it's you right away.
Thought it was a terrorist.
Yeah, then you can just run the rest of the way.
Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. Move slowly to avoid making noise. And use shadows to conceal yourself. Be alert to every possibility.
It's funny that she's giving me advice about this when she's anything
She-
but stealthy in the
I know
story mode.
I know she's the going guns blazing.
Yeah, her and
That's
friggin' Herman Gunter.
Yeah.
They are completely beyond anything stealthy.
I know, yeah.
I hope you remember this lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand and repeat myself when we are facing a real enemy.
So this is why we were doing this training exercise, because that
Now
dialogue.
for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. The crosshairs will highlight red over enemies, green over allies, and white over neutrals.
Oh, I think it's obvious what the enemy is on this bit.
It's referring to my crosshair. As you can see, it's turned red, white, red, white.
And then blue.
I'm not entirely sure what this was about now.
You can cross over the bridge. You can either go under the water and swim, or you can hack the drawbridge down. And I don't know how. I think there's another way you can get over, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swim. Oh
That's
my god!
probably
Because my swimming skills are very, very low. I swim so poorly, and again, because I am not sufficient in swimming. Oh, look at that! That's the characters we saw on the start of the game as well. The one talking to the other guy.
I can't see it, so blurry.
Oops.
Yeah, now you've got to find the thing to get the drawbridge down. It's underneath that box, isn't it? Or in that box, I'm not sure.
I don't have anything to
Smash it with.
Yep.
I have to find it.
wanna.
Don't exactly know where it is. There is a crowbar somewhere. There is something to go smashy with. Maybe it's in
Ooh.
behind those barrels? Yes. I didn't even see that crowbar then until you highlighted it. So dark.
Is this thing gonna look at my direction? Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, the robots are a lot less forgiving, I'm afraid. Oh shit.
It's
Yeah,
not in that
it
box.
heard that.
He heard that.
I didn't actually know robots responded by noise, but they do. So you don't want to mess around.
The robots are fucking scary in this game, I swear.
Yeah, they're not forgiving
They
at
are
all.
scary.
They are a bit. Because they can, like, make quick work with you if you're not careful and you don't
That's
respect.
it. That's it.
Not like humans, I mean. So I'll save it again.
I can just about see the thing you've got to pick up there.
Yeah. Multi-toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
Those should be blurry to you, given that. Oh god. Thanks. Yeah, so essentially. Oh crap. It's gonna see me, it's gonna see me. It's gonna say, no! Crap. No, I want to do that without getting spotted,
Without
just
getting
in case. Just in case there is some extra dialogue there.
I just love how it if you're over the bridge and it still decides, fuck it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this game doesn't hold any punches. Oh fuck. Why did I do that? Why?
How are you making such a meal of this?
I don't know. Shut up. I haven't done this training thing like ever, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah. I've only done it in like Deus Ex, the original vanilla version. That was like over 10 years ago, so cut me some slack.
Yeah, you can go through the main game perfectly fine. You know, the hard bit.
No, I can't. This will be doing a lot of trial and error loading, I'm afraid. And I'm not... This isn't me trying to cheese the game like this. It's just... If I'm playing this game on realistic, non-lethal run-through, trust me, you will not ever want to complete this game just by allowing them to spot you and think, yeah, it's alright. They take pop shots in you, and you've already got body parts of you that, like... It's like...
Don't work.
How it is? Yeah, so all your sections of your body, like your head and your torso and your arms, they will just get like, if any of those are like down to 0%, you will have a tough time being able to use proper function of your body at that point, and it's so unforgiving.
Step up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the
There's
opposite
a
door.
secret in this room.
Okay.
A
not
deployment
hard
of
to find.
UNATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping occupations.
UNATCO troops. NSF.
They're not
The
UNATCO troops.
NSF,
Yeah,
the
NSF.
biggest terrorist threat in the US. This national militia group thinks it is fighting the Second American Revolution.
Didn't actually see the eyes before. Maybe that's just on this model. Nice T-pose. Oh god, yeah.
That's the secret. Talk to the other holograms first, though.
This Page Industries walking turret, marketed to governments worldwide, is the workhorse of most national military forces. Due to the heavy armor, they take little damage from ordinary bullets. If you come up against a bot, you should use an EMP grenade, scrambler grenade, or some kind of explosive.
Yep, he's not kidding.
An inexpensive security bot, a favorite of third world countries and corporate security divisions. Not so mobile, but don't be fooled. We've lost plenty of agents to its well-armored assault gun. Like other bots, it's difficult to damage with ordinary bullets.
It's essentially the weakest of the bots, but weakest is not really a word I would use at all to describe them. Paul Denton.
The Coalition's new nano-augmented agents are nearly indistinguishable from the general population, except that you and your brother don't know how to smile, even for a picture.
Yeah. That's kind of never been our thing, thank you. And that's Anna Navarra.
This is the old augmentation technology, hopefully about to be phased out. Notice the reliance on electronics and servo mechanics, a maintenance nightmare. If I had 2 credits for every repair manual they've made me file in my office in the med lab...
Yeah.
Plus, it's ugly
what
as
would you
fuck.
have? How much would you have? Come on, man. I thought you were going somewhere with that.
You're gonna go into secret.
Relax.
Yeah, you was meant to go
Jesus
out the door.
Christ, you're about to shit yourself then.
I nearly had a heart attack.
Step over to the communicator. There's someone who wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Irish reaction of this. This is, I think, Bob Page or something.
Manderley likes to hear which agents find this area. They're usually the ones who take terrorists by surprise in the field. Your brother Paul, for instance. All right, carry on. Don't let it go to your head.
You know, the funny thing is, I've realised the only time you've ever actually played this game, you've only played this game once, all the way through, I think. And you've only... You did it when you killed your brother.
I didn't kill him.
No, but you let him die.
Oh, I can't remember.
And this is Bob Page.
Sufficiently impressive. An early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active duty.
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Nice.
So that's Bob Page.
Yes. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's cool. Just letting you know that's Bob Page. And he's the guy who essentially funded the project for you to be augmented.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of story. And there you have it. The training is finished. And I'm actually going to split that up into a separate part because that went on
It's
longer
a
than I
fairly
thought.
long tutorial, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be as long as it made it out to be, but because... And this is one thing that has sort of introduced something about the game that I don't like. The dialogue that goes on in this game. As much as I do love the voice acting and, you know, the dialogue itself can be good, those dialogue boxes actually refrain from you progressing through the game until the dialogue boxes end. You know, the conversations. And as another part, they also prevent you from saving the game as well. And loading it. Well, no, it doesn't prevent you from loading the game, but it prevents you from saving the game. So that's one thing I've never really enjoyed about those dialog boxes. Usually when you're just going through in a certain area and you want a quick save, you can't, because if in case you get a dialog box that just drags on and on and on about someone talking to you, you pretty much have to sit there and listen to them. And the amount of times I've died and had to go back like several steps in order to progress through that part again, it's been more than a little annoying. So, but that's not just this game though, that's been incorporated since the early days of vanilla. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next part, which will be the first chapter of the game, which will be introduced in Liberty Island. So, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you soon.
Bye. Goodbye.